Yeah, and now I know how long down tilt lasts.
Yeah. It's like before, you just like run into down tilt, like come charging in with a knee, and then it just launches you off stage and you're dead.
Which Rose knocked back. Getting into it on PS2. I feel bad for Shrug that we're actually commentating this when this happens every other week.
What, not that Shrug's not on commentary?
No, Tony and I were just commentating Shrug when we were doing hypothetical questions.
Oh.
Like, would you rathers? It happens a lot.
Yeah, I've tuned into the stream before.
You're one of the regulars.
Yeah.
Man, I haven't seen Tony's Game & Watch in a hot second.
It's it doesn't have bucket breaking anymore, but didn't really matter there.
Right.
Still living though. I don't know how I feel about that weight buff. Like they moved him up from like 75 to 80 or something like that.
Really?
Yeah, to like compensate for removing bucket break, which I think is the reason that he lives there. Because I feel like in 3.62 I've died to that knee, but it's like now he's just barely survived and has Chris off stage. I don't know. Do you think Game & Watch really needs compensation for removing bucket breaking?
I honestly couldn't say.
It's a hard topic. I mean, I'd say no, but you know, I'm a biased non-Game & Watch player. Just the worst thing you can be.
Oh, great run-up shield.
So far, it looks like Tony's Game & Watch is actually doing pretty good.
Yeah, it's in form. Not much should have changed about his punish game.
Yeah, I don't think like really much of anything has changed. Like, well, F Smash is, for whatever reason, F Smash just got like a whole lot better, I think. So that's probably gonna help his setup somewhat. I think like the only change to one of his aerials is like the up air landing hitbox was removed, but it's that only helps him like get out of combos. I don't think that really matters too much for Game & Watch's combo game. Down tilt looks so weird now. I mean, like,
what did they do to the did they change the down air landing hitbox?
I don't think so. Okay.
I know one of Tony's favorites is he'll do high down air and then land with up air. So
oh
it'll be
yeah.
interesting to see how that
really
messes with his flowchart. Like that.
I don't know, I think that's just like not a thing anymore, or else like the timing is really strict to the point where it's probably not worth going for anymore.
Sure. It'll be interesting to see him lab that out. I'm sure it's something he's considered.
Yeah.
Chris is honorable.
He's a good man. Chris looked just as confused as we were, though.
Yeah.
I think that was an accidental pause.
Should probably turn it off with this game.
Yeah, maybe mashing his controller too much. It's
probably.
like, why isn't Game & Watch bad? I thought it was supposed to be bad. But Game & Watch is still doing pretty good so far. It's like that on paper it looks like a lot of stuff with Game & Watch got nerfed, but it's like,
It's like,
oh wow. He's just dead.
I'm sorry to cut you off. On paper it looks like a lot of things about Game & Watch.
Oh yeah, yeah. On paper it looks like Game & Watch got nerfed a lot, but I feel like somebody like Tony is really going to know how to roll with the nerfs and make them not matter that much, you know? It's like, yeah, down tilt isn't as active anymore, but, you know, he's good enough fundamentally that he can work with that.
Overcome the changes,
Yeah. I don't think he's really carried by Game & Watch at all.
He used to think so. I really hope that mentality has changed.
Well,
he's a smart dude.
Definitely is. He's got a good pit, too.
I definitely fell for the, hey Connor, do you want a 5-character Iron Man?
In
and
bracket?
I said yes. No.
No.
We were at Dave's house. And so he like whooped me. And for his last character he went Lucario.
Oh, that's mean.
It was pretty rude.
It's a deep cut.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, Tony would never say a bad thing about somebody in his life. He would never like directly insult somebody to their face. But he just goes for the deepest cuts, you know.
That was the thing I was telling you about in Discord, because right after he beat me, he played Knave. And I'm just sitting on the couch across from them. And he goes, you say you don't have any secondaries, but you pick up spot dodge is pretty good. I was like, holy shit, Tony.
Yeah.
Relax. You come into Nave's house and tell him that? It was funny. Tony's a good guy.
Also, they get like a whole bunch of people like Ludwig or Slime to do a roast, and they do like just regular jokes, but get somebody like Tony to do a roast, and it's just gonna be like.
He'll access your deepest fears.
Pretty much. I don't know. I don't want to know what Tony has to say about me, or maybe I do, but I don't know if I would feel better or worse. There's really no way to know.
Right. Oh, Chris got the perfect shield, but he actually got poked on the right side there.
So I feel like he's the kind of guy who'll like say he's carried. So it's like even if you're his best friend in the world, he'll still like lay into you.
He'll still go for it. Yeah.
It's looking even so far. Is that the aerial down tilt hitbox there? That's
sure.
weird.
Oh, great spot dodge by Chris to not get.
You ever think about how weird Game & Watch's option select is in some scenarios? It's like he went for like a down air off stage and then just double jumps back with a back air on shield. It's like what other character does that?
I think it's one of the things that makes Tony's Game & Watch so strong.
Yeah.
Is that he has all these really wacky option selects.
He's so good at those.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's still gonna kill apparently.
This is crucial. Oh, Chris gets the first interaction, but
this could go either way. Okay, now looking Tony.
Great spacing on that fair, not that one.
Oh, this has gone back and forth so much. The stock, I really don't know how this is gonna go.
Oh, wow.
Wow,
he still has it.
It's still going.
Oh.
It's still going. Chris could still take this. Oh, he's going for the knees. He's thirsty.
Oh, great air dodge again.
Oh, shield pressure is so hard to.
Oh, wow.
And yeah, there it is. It's not over until it's over. And Tony perhaps getting a little bit too fancy there on the last stock.
Yeah. Well, I saw him going for some of his up air setups that were just a little bit kooky looking.
Yeah. It looked like he either wasn't quite sure what he was doing, or he was like maybe going for something a little bit too complicated. Like, I mean, I don't know Game Watch that well, but I feel like there probably was some kind of more simple stuff he could have gone there.
Sure.
Unless like earlier was just doing like some crazy good DI on that.
Yeah.
It's possible. They've played so much. So
yeah.
I'm sure
pretty deep
Chris
matchup.
has very good knowledge of DIing against Game & Watch. And Falcon's like one of those heavy fast followers where it's like, if you do get that really good SDI, then you can make follow-ups really hard for a character like Game & Watch.
Right.
Because like you do an up air and then if you like SDI to the side, then Falcon just like falls onto the platform. And it's like, wait, I thought he was supposed to be above me, and now he's just like on the platform, lying down.
Are those dolphins in the background? Is that just the dolphin from the dolphin build?
That's what it looks like. I like that.
I love that.
That's
so funny.
It's a great touch.
All right, thinking over banning Fountain and probably.
Yeah, I think Chris just wants to avoid dying off the side early.
Sure.
But he's going to Green Hill Zone. I feel like the blast zones that like both these characters like are pretty similar. They're like killing off the side.
Sure.
So I assume that like counter picks in this matchup is more based on preference. Oh!
Yeah, that's gonna be a quick one.
It's just a meteor on that hitbox, right?
Yep.
And he caught.
He must have locked the hours up in.
Oh,
what is this?
It's still going?
That was really cool.
That was really cool. It lasted though. That was just like Tony gets some really creative combos.
Yeah. It's one of my favorite moments.
Oh, what?
That was sick. That was sick.
Why has P+ not removed this hitbox?
That was cool. Tony has to lab that out.
No, that was sick. I just never expected to see something like that in my life, but this is Tony we're talking about.
Wow, he's making great use of up tilt.
You know, Game Watch is kind of a dumb character, but I would never accuse Tony of being a cheater.
No.
He's too pure-hearted.
He doesn't use Judgment Hammer. You can't call him a cheater.
Does he really not use it at all?
No.
Wow. Yeah, now that you mention it, I don't think I've ever seen him go for it.
I've seen him go for it like once. I think it might have been a mistake.
I'm sort of surprised he doesn't do it more often by mistake, but it's the mark of an honest player. Just knows how. Oh.
I wonder what's going through his mind, because he's definitely using up tilt way more than his last couple games. I don't know if he's just trying to figure something out.
He's using a lot more up tilts than I think I've ever seen him use, but I think that could be because anti-aerials are really strong against Falcon.
Yeah, especially on this stage.
Because like if he can combo into anything off of that up tilt, it's like that can beat an early death Falcon, and that's pretty convincing.
Drugfreechu goes up 2-1.
He's just getting rid of the big stages.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah.
Going to Battlefield.
Okay. I'm not really sure why Tony would like want to get rid of the big stages, because the counterpicks in this matchup are weird.
Interesting choice there by Tony to take center stage and go instead of going for a like a double jump bait type thing. That's what I was feeling.
Neutral always looks so strange when it's like a creative game watch like Tony. It's just it's like Game & Watch has this sort of flow to him as a character that not many other characters have, where it's like he can go for one option to cover this kind of area, and then like he reacts to see if it works out. And then if he like whiffs or like he's in a punishable position, then he just like dashes away. But if not, then he just like goes for another one, you know?
Yeah.
And that was
weird option select flow chart you were talking about earlier.
Yeah.
That was nice.
That's his second elbow. It's like Game & Watch has I feel like he has at least a decent dash dance, but you don't really see Tony do that too much.
No.
Just because it's like Game & Watch has so many strong options anyways, that's like you can just play for positioning with the right tools rather than like having to play position with just movement.
Right. He does such a good job spacing with back air and then suddenly changing that spacing to throw you off.
Yeah.
Oh, great up air.
Now just imagine if that was Puff.
Right.
I mean, Chris died anyway, but like, if that was a rest there. Oh, man. That down air hitbox is so dumb.
Nice falling up air to keep the pressure on by Tony.
All right, yeah, the carpool is headed back after the set.
That's respectable. You took a Greyhound this morning, right?
Yeah.
That's dedication.
There's not a whole lot going on in Minnesota, so.
It's good that you're able to make it out here. It's
Yeah.
always fun to see you guys.
Yeah. It's nice to see some new faces in Illinois. That was a crazy read he was going for there. Oh.
Oof. Fair's going to kill off the top. Chris is on his last stock.
Slapping him with the big box.
Do you think it's a box or a credit card?
Okay, is it a credit card or is it like one of those film things?
Oh, that's a good point.
Yeah, because it's got like the little cutout in the middle of it.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like maybe at some point in Ultimate they like made use of that.
Great reverse name.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure there's a canon explanation for what the move is, but I can't remember what it is.
I mean, it's probably in like some Melee handbook for
Right.
like casuals out there somewhere.
What? It's a hat box.
It's a
Wow,
hat
we
box?
weren't even close.
What's a hat box?
Yeah, it's a box for your hat. That's it.
Oh, and Tony
Tony's
takes
gonna
it.
do it 3-1.
Yep. All right.
Yep.
Showing
got
that
on.
the Game Watch is still good in P+.
Yep.
All right.
It's great to
good.
see you guys. Thanks
Yeah.
for coming out.
Good commentating with you.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Have a
I'll-
safe drive back.
Yeah. I'll probably see the Illinois people again sometime soonish.